Welcome in, everyone. We have a big update on a potential war with the cartels. It feels like we're getting a new update almost every day, if not 2 or 3 updates a day at this point. It is a very fluid situation. It is a very fast developing situation. We're going to get into a new update that is coming from the Mexican side of the border, and quite frankly, whether or not we even believe the information that's coming out. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with how you want to see President Trump and the U.S. military handle the cartels, as well as the latest update. So the big update we last had from the United States side was a bombshell report out of CNN and other news outlets that have since confirmed it, that the United States is flying Reaper drones into Mexico, into Mexican airspace, looking for drug cartels, looking for manufacturing sites, and everything they can get their eyes on run by the cartels. Obviously, you're doing this in case you make the decision you want to go out and target one of these cartels. You need as much information as possible. You need to know where they are. You need to know where the moving pieces are. You need to know how many people you're going up against, what their weapons are, what their defense systems are. This is basic building a target profile, an intel profile. In that reporting, one of the things that really stood out to me, which we've previously discussed, was that Congress was briefed on the covert flights under a new covert standard for relaying the information, and it was left open to interpretation whether or not the Mexican government was even aware of the fact that these flights were happening, or if they were being done in secret. Obviously, once the report comes out, it's known. That leads us to an update today out of Mexico, when Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum told the press Wednesday, this is from the Associated Press, that not only is Mexico aware of the flights, they're in coordination with the U.S. government. And that also goes against something that President Trump just told the media Tuesday. We're going to get into that here momentarily. Let's first look at the AP report. It says Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum said Wednesday that surveillance drone flights by the U.S. government over Mexico are occurring in collaboration with and at the request of her government. So then we scroll down a little bit. Let's go. So this talks about also specifically, they are targeting the drug labs in northwest Mexico. The flights follow U.S. military statements that had increased surveillance capabilities along the country's shared border, as well with the spy flights, which we've gone on at length about. Of course, the Mexicans claim there was a different number of spy flights than what the U.S. claims. Again, we're going to go into who's telling the truth here. Sheinbaum told the press the following: these flights are part of the coordination collaborations that have been going on for many years between the United States government and the Mexican government. Every time it is at Mexico's request for collaboration and for information to be able to attend to security conditions. Okay, well, let's think about that now for a second. The Mexican government is saying that they have requested these drone flights. They're being done they're being done in collaboration with the United States, which kind of goes against this idea that CNN painted, that this was being done covertly and Congress had been briefed covertly and that it wasn't really out in the open. Well, now Mexico's saying, yes, it is. We're heavily involved. Are they doing that to save face? Are they doing that so, like I speculated on Tuesday, so that it does look like they're a willing partner, even if they're being strong-armed into it? Here's the issue. Trump spoke to the press on Tuesday. He said during that press conference that the cartels are running the Mexican government, essentially. That the government and the cartels are one, they're interlocked, they're fused together. And if that's true, if you believe that, why would you be openly including the Mexican government, which is what Mexico is claiming, in your operations when they could easily turn around and give that information back to the cartels, right? If you're looking to hit them, you're not going to share information with anyone who then might leak that information elsewhere. And again, the Mexicans already claimed there was only 2 spy flights. We know that there were at least 18. So is it 2 or is it 18? Was Congress covertly briefed and it was not in coordination with Mexico on the drone flights? Or has Mexico been playing along as a cooperative partner this whole time? Let's run the video of Trump's comments again just to refresh for everyone who might not have seen him. Let's play it right now.
We're dealing with Mexico. I have a very good relationship with Mexico, but I think Mexico is largely run by the cartels, and that's a sad thing to say. And if they wanted help with that, we'd give them help. But Mexico, if you look at what's gone on with Mexico for years now, but now especially, it's run by the cartels. And they've allowed millions of people to come into our country from jails and prisons of other countries from all over the world, not just South America.
So there you go. That's the video for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. So we have to piece all this stuff together. We have very different narratives depending on who you're listening to. If you're listening to just the Mexicans, they are in coordination with everything. There's only been 2 spy flights. They're leading the way. They're running the show. If you listen to the American narrative, it could not be more different. We've got at least 18 spy flights. They may or may not have told the Mexicans about the drones. At the same time, we're flooding troops to the border. The Mexicans are also sending 10,000 troops to their side of the border. Of course, let's not get into the quality difference there because there's a significant one when we talk about the difference between a U.S. soldier and a Mexican soldier in terms of equipment, training, resources, the amount of money that's put into them. It's not comparable at all. But on top of that, we have another declaration from the United States government declaring 8 Latin American drug cartels as FTOs, foreign terrorist organizations. I'm going to read this. This is from the Department of State. This is the foreign terrorist organization designations of Tren de Aragua. I'm going to probably butcher some of these, but just stay with me. Mara Salvatrucha, Cartel de Sinaloa, Cartel de Jalisco, Nuevo Generación, Cartelos Unidos, Cartelos do Noroeste, Cartel del Golfo, and La Nueva Familia Michoacana. If I got those wrong, so it says, based upon a review of the administration records assembled in this matter and in consultation with the Attorney General and Secretary of the Treasury, I've concluded that there's sufficient factual basis to find that the relevant circumstances described in Section 219 of the Immigration and Nationality Act as amended exist with respect to, and then it lists all of those cartels is now being declared foreign terrorist organizations. So we have, stay with me here for a second, we've got the drone flights. We've got the spy flights. We've got 7 Special Forces group in Mexico. We have 8 more cartels being declared foreign terrorist organizations. This situation is moving at a breakneck speed. We are getting updates daily, and we have different information from different people. Obviously, not everyone here is telling the truth. Because if everyone was telling the truth, the stories would be the exact same. And remember, my prediction for 2025 is that we are going to see some kind of strike in Mexico against a cartel leader, a manufacturing site, weapon stockpile, whatever it might be. I cannot envision a situation where we've put so much time, energy, and money and resources into conducting this recon and surveillance that we're not then going to take that information and use it to actually hit these guys, right? We're not doing this for the hell of it. We're not doing it for fun. I personally am very skeptical of the idea that the Mexican government is calling the shots here. In fact, I'll just say it. I'll address it right now. I don't believe that's the case. I believe the United States government is calling the shots, and we're giving them the opportunity to look like good partners so that they save credibility and save face within their own country. That's, to me, what appears to be happening. As for when a strike could happen, I think the latest you would see it is the summer. They've put troops on the border. I can guarantee you that there are Tier 1 operators doing train-ups, doing mock-ups. I mean, they do that all the time anyways. We are inching towards something big. And as the stories continue to get different and different, it's only going to make me believe more and more that the Mexican government is not getting the full intelligence package. And the only reason you would keep them in the dark is if you're planning something that you can't risk leaking. That's what it looks like right now from where I'm sitting. But I want to know what you think it looks like. Let me know in the comments what you think of all this information. Mexico's response claiming that they're requesting it, that they're in coordination with it. The fact that we have 8 new cartels named as FTOs, all that and more. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment with your predictions. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.